Welcome, Solarah here. Here to do another reading. I was led to go into my card stash and get out my Work Your Light Oracle deck. I haven't worked with this deck in a minute. I don't know why. Put my tea up here. Don't know why this particular deck wanted to come out, but we'll see what messages are going to come out. I hope you guys are all doing well. Those of you who are celebrating this season, I hope it's been a good one. Let's get into this. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Beautiful. At the bottom we have Star Mother. This is very, very strong birthing energy right here. Very strong sacral chakra energy. Trust the niggle wants to come out to Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? How can you mother yourself? Dreaming a new world into being. How can you mother yourself? Ooh. Boundaries. Ooh, okay. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Who or what is triggering you? So there's something here that is coming into existence, that's coming into being. Something that is in its gestational time, its gestational period, something that is forming. There's something that's forming energetically. For some of you, you very well could be pregnant, but this is like something that's forming for you energetically. And you're being called to be very protective at this time. You're being called to be very protective at this time. There's something about whatever it is that you're birthing that is gestating. There are many hands that are wanting to kind of get into the pot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 12 hands reaching out for her. 12 might be significant. 12th house might be significant. There's something also about someone trying to like overstep your boundaries to get into your energy and whatever it is that is gestating by knowing your triggers. By knowing your triggers. For some of you, this has to do with self-image. It's like somebody wanting to put their hand in the pot and either stir or steal. That's what I keep on seeing with the hands here. Somebody trying to get their hands into what it is that's coming forth for you or that you're birthing. And they know how to trigger you. They know something about your history. They may know something about, they may know how to, they may know whatever issues you may have had with self-image, self-esteem. It's like this person knows how to get you off your A game. And it's like this person is also aware. It's like this person is also aware that whatever it is, it's 11:11 now. It's like this person is, and I was about to say foundations, because it says here, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. There's something here that I can't escape this mother and this grandmother energy. There's something matrilineal here. And what I'm really getting is that it's something that is coming back to life through you. It's something that's been dormant, that now that we are moving into a new age, it can actually, it's like in the old age, it couldn't come forth. It's not something that could have been brought forth by your mother. It's not something that could have been brought forth by your grandmother. It was in them, but it couldn't be activated. You're the conduit through which this thing is going to be activated. And there's someone here who is trying to take you out of the energy you need to be in order to birth through triggering you. Now, bear in mind that this could even be a mother, this could be a grandmother, this could be any female figure in your family. Because recognize and realize that just because something has, you can come in, something has woken up in you, right? Just because you're here to bring something back to life, and it's part of your lineage or your heritage or your ancestry, it doesn't mean that everyone in your family is going to be in agreement with that, for one thing. For another thing, not all ancestors are on your side. Not all ancestors at work are wanting to see this new age. Some of them want to cling to the old. And for some of you, you may be dealing with ancestral entities that are matrilineally on your mother's side, that are at work wanting to try to stop whatever this thing is that's being birthed in you from coming forth. This could be why I'm seeing these many hands. This is something that's been quiet for 12 generations. 12 generations. Something about 12 generations is having been dormant. And there was a lot of work at keeping it dormant too. A lot of work at keeping it dormant. 12 generations, 12 generations. 12 generations. For some of you, this is Essene energy. This is Mother Mary energy. This is Sisterhood of the Rose energy. I'm very drawn to the roses here. Sorry. It would help if I put that on camera. With the Star Mother energy. You guys might actually have Mother Mary as a guide, or she may have shown up for you in your energy, or she is one that you might want to work with in whatever is being birthed. This is something to do with Christ consciousness. This is something to do with Essene energy. Even here, if you look closely, at the top and the bottom of the card, there is again this energy of a rose. There's something divine feminine energy. And then again, with this mirroring card, this mirror card, you see there's again the roses. The roses, it's a pink rose. The pink rose is the amalgamation of the masculine and the feminine energy. It's the amalgamation of the yin and the yang. The red is masculine, it's yang, and the white is feminine, it's yin. Let's go more into this. Where should we go? Ooh. We're going to go into the Angel and Ancestors deck. Some of you might be making contact with your star family very soon if you haven't already, or if there's been some kind of interruption in your connection. You might be making contact with your star family. Some of you have a connection to Sirius with this Mother Mary energy too. Some of you also may work with Isis. some of you, it's time for your divine legacy to be born. That's what this is. It's something to do with your divine legacy. It's like the earth has reached a point in the ascension where it can support this activation that you have. It couldn't before. It couldn't before. It's not something that could have even been birthed in the age of Pisces. Broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Why is this here? I really do feel like this is something to do with making peace with yourself, though, in some way, shape, or form. And when I say, like, because it's coming out here right next to the boundaries card, right? There's something about there's something here with this energy of like wanting to appease something or someone, or wanting to keep the peace in a certain situation. And I think I said at the beginning of the reading there, yeah, I did. There was something here with this energy of someone who knows your triggers, and who knows how to like get you into a lower way of thinking about yourself, and using that in order to like trespass upon your boundaries. And something here about with this embrace the energy of peace, what I'm getting here, it's like there's something here about you wanting to maintain this full sense of peace with this person or with these people. But in order to do that, it means that you have to lower your inhibitions and your boundaries. And it's like you're being told not to do that, or to at least be very aware of this energy at play, where if you feel like you have to lower your boundaries in order to make someone else feel comfortable or have a false sense of peace because you cannot stand up for yourself or speak your truth. This is not what you're being called to do at this time, okay? You're being called to be protective of yourself. You're being called to maintain peace within yourself, because whatever it is that is coming forth through you, it needs you to be in balance. And it's so funny because just before I turned the camera on, I took out another deck, and it's like a chakra deck, and a card flew out. It was a sacral chakra card. It says, I am balanced. And I found that so interesting because I haven't looked at this deck in like yonks. And I was just like, oh, why for I am balanced for the sacral? And it's making sense. It's like, and even with this pink energy, which is that energy of inner union and balance, and masculine and feminine energy being at once, in order for something to be birthed into fullness and birthed in a healthy state, your energy field must be in balance. And for most of you, you're not dealing with a child here. You're dealing with some kind of activation. Okay? We have Heart Guardian, love, and this is more Mary energy. This is Mary Magdalene energy. Love and let yourself be loved. Love and let yourself be loved. Some of you are making contact with some kind of healing ability you have. And for some of you, it's water-based. It's to do with your hands. It's to do with your heart. It's something to do with all of that. But it's also got this deep, like Mary energy, like this Essene energy. I don't know, like maybe you heal with your hands. Maybe you heal with your hands. Maybe you haven't accessed this yet. There's something to do with the hands here. Gemini energy too. Gemini energy with the hands. You could be a Gemini. Could be dealing with a Gemini. This mother of... grandmother, so, you know, like female energy could be Gemini. Something could be happening in Gemini season. Gemini season could be the time of the birth of this activation. For some of you, you could be birthing a child with this energy, and you're being called to be very protective of this baby. But be very protective of its peace. You know, as parents, we can be very protective of our children physically, but there's something about the emotional energy of this baby. If this is indeed an actual child, there's something about the emotional energy of this baby. It's going to really need a lot of protection. And for some of you, I hate to break it to you, but the protection it's going to need is from a lot of the women in your family. In order not to, it's something to do with like some toxic feminine energies that need to stop. That need to stop. Where shall we go? Where shall we go? Let's go into the soul's journey. We did have at the bottom here the eagle, which is see from a higher perspective. I feel like this energy is coming through because some of you are being guarded, again, to protect the way people sway you in your mind. The eagle is to do with air energy. It's to do with how you see things, how you perceive things. But our perception is also very much down to sometimes how we relate to other people, like how our perception can be twisted. And again, there's something here with someone wanting to get past your boundaries. And bear in mind that some of this energy, it doesn't always have to be like people consciously trying these things. You know, for some of you, it is like people can be real assholes. But for some of you, it's like people act certain ways because they inhabit certain energies that they're not aware of. They don't even know that it's not them. That doesn't make it any better, but there's something here about making sure that you're able to see that what you're bringing forth, it's like a gift to the world. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than these people. It's bigger than their egos. It's bigger than their need to interfere. It's bigger than bigger than your inability to like stand up to them, or it's bigger than your need to keep them in a false state of peace. You're being called to see it from a higher perspective. Whatever it is you're birthing, whether it's a baby or you're bringing back to life something from your ancestry and your heritage, it's like you're being asked to see this with the eyes of the divine. We have pride. We have pride here, and we have service. So there's something here about this energy of family pride. Family pride. This is kind of what you're being asked to protect this from. It's like this thing couldn't come through, or maybe even this child and its energy would not have been able to come through any of the other women in your family. Or this gift you have would not have been able to be unearthed in any of these women in your family, because there's a stronghold of pride that wouldn't have allowed for them to be good stewards of this gift. Okay, there's something about their pride not allowing them to see the bigger picture, not allowing them to be actually service oriented in the sense of serving the collective. Now, there are people who are very service oriented and they're religious about it. And that again is this energy of pride, okay? It's all about appearing a certain way, but not having the heart of the divine. There's something here about you having the heart frequency that is necessary for this thing to come into existence. Yeah, you have an honesty and an integrity that was lacking. It's lacking. And again, the honesty I'm getting, it's like an honesty with self. There's something about, and we have happiness here, right? Which is, again, heart chakra. There's something about you being in tune with your heart space. Being in tune with your heart space, having certain levels of compassion and purity of heart that is enabling you to bring forth this energy, this baby, this being, this activation, this gift. And these are also the energies you have to protect it against, because it's almost like this pride, like I said, it's a family stronghold. So it's not that it doesn't have the possibility to exist in you. It's more that you've overcome it and you're being warned about, well, letting it into yourself, but more importantly, like letting it in by the company you keep. For some of you, this situation, whether it's a baby, whether it's a gift, whether it's an activation, it's going to cause some kind of division and separation between you and the family, but especially some of the women in your family. And so it's like you're being given a heads up. You might very well begin to see through this situation and experience people's true feelings, true intentions towards you. And part of this you being chosen, again, I'm coming back to this Mary energy, you know, part of the you being chosen to be the steward of this life, whether it's a physical life or a gift, is to cause that separation, which in the eyes of the divine, of spirit, it's consecration. It's separating you for the service of the divine, for what it is you came here to do. And it's almost like this gestational time. It's a nesting time for this thing to come forth, but it's also like a nesting time and preparation for you, because what it's going to mean for you. Whatever it is you're bringing forth is very powerful. But whenever you're birthing something of divine power, the attention it draws from those who, especially those who've known you your whole life, it tends to be them. It's not necessarily what it is that you would want it to be. It was Jesus himself who said, like, a prophet is never welcome in his own home. You know, that it's never recognized. Like Jesus, I think, went back to Nazareth one time in his ministry, if we're to believe the Bible, and he didn't stick around because they laughed at him. You know, they made this like, what, Jesus, you know, Joseph's son, Joseph, as we say in Liberia, Joseph's pee-pee water, Joseph's son. What does he know about God? What does he know about, you know, being a prophet? They made fun of him. You know, Jesus left his family because they didn't believe in him. You know, Mary caught up later on, and his brother James began to believe in him posthumously, again, if we're to believe the Bible, but they weren't rolling with him. They weren't one of the 12. Look at this, 12. They weren't one of the 12. So someone's being consecrated here to bring forth something divine, and in that consecration will come separation, and some of the people who you thought you were going to be rolling with until thy kingdom come, you're going to find out that the end of the road has come for those relationships, because you cannot properly support the birthing of what it is that you're bringing forth, whether it be a baby or something within yourself or an activation or a gift. You will not be able to sustain it in balance with these energies. being prominent in your life. So for some of you, it means you're going to be moving away altogether from this. It's going to be a closed chapter. For others of you, it means that there's going to be a severe adjustment in how you conduct yourself in these situations with these people, because you're going to have tighter boundaries. You are birthing something divine, and you're being called to surround yourself only with those who are able to appreciate and respect and value that. And for some of you, even, this is a completely separate message. For some of you, what you will be having as a child, you will be birthing a child, but for some of you, that ability to have this specific baby, you're going to have to remove yourself from certain toxic feminine energies that have been prominent in your life. And indeed, there's another message coming through for some of you who may have had problems conceiving. Part of it is because of the toxic feminine energies you've had around you. That's not for everyone. But yeah, that's what I have for you. I hope this message was helpful and insightful. If it was, please make sure to hit the like button. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for subscribing. If you have, thank you for being here. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for your comments. Thank you if you're joining me from TikTok. I appreciate you guys, and it's always a pleasure to read for you. Until next time, I wish you all the best. Take care.